So one of the things that's a common component to most of those solutions is a view mode, a special view mode just for this context. The context being that we're going to display it in the sidebar along with a review. Now, thinking about the context is important for understanding why we're using a view mode and which view mode to use. So the first thing I want to demonstrate is how easy it is to use a view mode to display this field. All we need to do is go to Structure, Content Types, Review, and Manage Display. And we've been here before to set up the display of the various ratings. So for product reference, what we're going to do is instead of showing the label, we're going to show the rendered entity. And this allows us to choose a setting here where we can select the view mode, and we can choose full content, teaser, RSS, search index, and search result. This is good to know. There are actually view modes that aren't just default in teaser, but we don't have access to them. We can't modify them in any way until we install Display Suite. So if we used full content and we clicked update and then save and then exit it out of the overlay and scroll down, you'd see that we have the full airspeed velocity t-shirt node displayed right here. That's pretty cool. So it's pretty easy to convert a field to a full node simply by using entity reference. The next choice to make is what view mode to use. We can edit both the teaser and the default view for the node, but do we want to use either of those? So to answer that question, we have to understand what context we're using this node in. In this case, we're displaying it in a sidebar along with a review. It's possible that we might display it in a sidebar in other contexts as well, and we would probably want it to display the same way. So I would say that the context in this case is that it's in the sidebar as a block. So now the question is, do any of the existing view modes match up with that context? If we go back to edit that view mode, I'm just hitting back in the browser a couple of times, and we take a look at the view modes that are available to us, does full content match up with that context? Not really, because full content is going to be displayed on the main content page and possibly in listings where we want to show all of the content. Is it a teaser? Possibly, but is a teaser going to look different when it has a lot of horizontal space to work with, like in a view where we're just displaying teasers of various pieces of content? It could look different there. So I would say that that context doesn't work either. This definitely isn't an RSS feed, and it's not part of the search results either. So none of these view modes really match up with the context that we're looking for. We can use them anyway, but if we did, we might run into a problem later on where we're using the same view mode in several different contexts, and when we change how it displays in one, it will inadvertently affect another one that's not related in any way. So the right thing to do is to create a new view mode that represents this context. And again, the way that we're going to do that is through the Display Suite module.